First of all, thank all of you for being here today. You know, at the outset, obviously you see the way I'm dressed. First and foremost, we need to be concerned with our people across the state, particularly across the northern part of the state, who are suffering significant flooding and the damage that's attendant to that. Now, it's not just limited to the northern part of the state. We've got some other areas in the state that are also under some high water and the threat of further high water. We'll be going this afternoon and trying to view some of it from the air. And then I think we're scheduled, are we not, to at least be on the ground in Newport because it's apparently a potential threat there coming, as opposed to where it already is and already has been. But we want to see some of the damage. I've already declared disaster declarations for 26, I believe, counties, and there may be more counties that are added to it. FEMA actually is already on the ground with significant numbers of people from the previous disaster declaration from the February tornado. So that's facilitated some of the communication and made some of it easier. But flooding is so much different in terms of the disaster declarations and some of the other disasters, because in order to properly assess the damage, you have to wait for the water to recede so that you can see exactly what the infrastructure damages were and what some of the other damages. We know they're significant, but the precise extent to which they're significant and the precise types in different counties of the damage will largely be unknown until the water actually recedes to the point where we can view it. But it's like every other disaster that we face. A lot of times our people just need to know that everybody cares and that the folks on the state level care, and that we're going to do all we can within the powers and abilities that we have to be of help and assistance to them. And so that I apologize for not wearing a coat and tie for y'all, but it is Friday, right? And that's the reason. That's what we'll be doing this afternoon. I guess that's the only thing we got to say at the news conference, right? We'll call a special session for the 31st of March. And all the existing leadership and future leadership we've communicated with, and we all, I think, are of one mind to want to make sure it's as short as possible, hopefully 3 days. So we want to limit it to non-controversial, well, even if it is controversial, limit it to things that the votes are there for. As I told you all, we would not call a special session on the severance tax for natural gas without already having the votes. I don't like to go through what I've been through as a senator, where you have a special session and you don't have the votes, and you end up spending 20, 30, 35, 40 days, and in many instances not even resolve it. We had a special session when I was a freshman that Clinton called in 1983 involving school finance, and one of the components of the potential administrative solution to that was raising the severance tax on natural gas. And we were down here for the longest session in history, up until, what, 4 years ago when you all broke the record. But it was over 30 days back in November of '83, and we never did get the severance tax passed at that time. So I think it's incumbent on, it's only fair to the members of the General Assembly, it's only fair to the public, and it's certainly less stressful on the administration if you don't call a special session, unless you know that the members of the General Assembly are sufficiently supportive of it that it will be successful. Now, in that regard, you all have seen the plan. Nothing's changed. You know, the bill anytime you put something in bill form, sometimes you find that there's a statute number wrong, or that there's a definition that was changed 32 years ago that somebody missed that needs to be tweaked. But substantively, no changes in the bill, either from the draft or hopefully from the final, when the draft is finally put into the best form for the General Assembly, from what was talked about, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, with regard to the substance and the specifics. No changes. So you all have all reported, I think, all the substance of what that is. Members of the General Assembly have asked questions, good questions, expressed their views. I've talked to as many as wanted to talk to me, or as many as I could talk to that wanted to talk to me, and they are very serious about doing what they believe is in the best interests of not just their constituents, but the state of Arkansas. They are, I told you all last year, I was very proud of this General Assembly, and I still am. They are remarkable people who don't get enough credit. They work extremely hard, and they sometimes get a lot of flack, sometimes from me, but they are conscientious members, men and women who are trying to do the right thing for the people of Arkansas. In that vein, we have 30 commitments in the Senate and 80 commitments in the House, with several others who say that they're probably going to be there, but they need another day or two to either read more or look at more or talk to somebody else. But it's pretty overwhelming, and it's pretty bipartisan. It's broad-based. Republicans and Democrats alike joining together. And it's pretty widespread geographically. It's amazing that the support has come from every corner, from every geographic region. And so it's a broad-based support. Now, I think the press release has indicated we may include 2 other things of a technical nature, as long as the overwhelming members of the General Assembly all agree to it, and it's not going to be controversial. One may repeal that Marriage Act issue that was discovered after the session, and just put the law back where it was, and let the General Assembly next January worry about any long-term public policy fixes, but at least correct the error. But that's only if we find out from all the members of, or certainly enough members of each House, that that's what they want to do. If that's what they want to do, I'll include that. The other thing is that because Judge Wilson can't get to the unitary issue that the General Assembly wanted to take care of last time on Pulaski County and North Little Rock, he can't get to it, I think, by June, and you had a June deadline on that legislation. If the members want to extend that to November without changing anything, just extend that date from June to November, I'll include that in the call as well. But I want to hear from the leadership, from the members, and if they are of near one mind. I guess it's pretty hard to when you got 100 House members and 35 senators, it's hard to be of one mind on anything, just about. Although I will tell you, this is I think this is historic. I mean, you know, it's historic. And I'll repeat what I said several weeks ago. We do not want to hurt a wonderful industry, economic boon to our state that is providing jobs and providing resources and providing natural gas. But we do want them to pay for posterity and for fairness and equity severance tax that is designed to try to pay for a non-renewing, recurring, a finite resource that our children and our grandchildren will not have the benefit of, which is the nature of what severance taxes are to begin with. So 80 in the House and 30 in the Senate, and a lot of hard work by a lot of people. Yeah, I'd get in serious trouble if I started naming names. I will tell you that just in the last couple days, Speaker Petrus has come, and you've heard what he said. I want to thank him. Obviously, President Pro Tem Critcher. Robbie Wills is just awesome. He's just awesome.